Noon. Do you know that the children of Israel were required, God asked them to appear before him 3 times a year? Yeah, you can find it in Exodus 23, but he talks about it throughout the Levitical law that they had to come to him, come appear before the Lord, the tabernacle, 3 times a year. It'd be like for Passover, for the first fruits, basically. That was around Pentecost, by the way, that same time of year. And then the ingathering, that would be like around our the Day of Atonement. That would be like in October. But that was Old Testament. That was the Old Covenant. When the Spirit of God was in a box at a certain place. Now the Spirit of God is in us and upon us. But do we still appear before the Lord? Do you still set aside time to go before the Lord and worship Him? And it's pretty easy. In fact, you can do it anytime you want. Paul gave us that. Paul wrote that we can now go. The Apostle Paul wrote that we can now boldly go before the throne of God. And in Psalms, King David wrote that we enter His gates with thanksgiving and His courts with praise. We don't have to go 3 times a year. We can go anytime. Anytime you can go before the Lord. And it's really cool. And sometimes you just don't want to leave. That's how you get there. Courts and gates with praise and thanksgiving, and enter into the Holy of Holies and worship God there and bless Him. And you can't leave there without being changed. You cannot leave there without seeing God birth something new in you. He even wrote that in one of the Psalms that even the sparrow has a place and raises her young there. Things are birthed there. But just go appear before the Lord. See what He has to say. Just worship Him for who He is. And watch you have a great day. And you will be transformed. You cannot leave the presence of God without being transformed, without having an awesome experience. I'm just encouraging you, as it's an encouragement to me. God is there. And we don't have to wait 3 times a year. We can go anytime we want. A lot of times, a lot of us don't choose to. Or don't know how to. So now we know how. And you can choose it anytime you want. So I pray God blesses you today. I pray that you feel the Holy Spirit upon you in such a way that heaven is as tangible and as real as the chair you're sitting in or the floor you're standing on. That's a good thing. God bless you. Have a great day.